I think theology impacts a conception of work, most notably through a notion of vocation. That is, that even in the origin stories of the Christian tradition, human beings are called and invited into a certain form of life that is creational. That is, it creates, it shepherds, it cares for the world and things in the world. I think it's also quite telling that in those origin stories, that when the fall occurs, when human beings depart from their intent and their vocation, that the consequence of that directly impacts work as well. And therefore, I think this indicates that work is not something incidental to human life, but rather is pretty intrinsic to human life. And how we think about that cuts to the core of a theological anthropology. So I think with many things that we see in these origin stories, work is something that cannot be ignored and yet also cannot be made ultimate. And this is the flip side of that, that an anthropology that makes work the center of human existence equally poses significant problems. Theology impacts play predominantly due to the fact that even, again, when we look at the origin stories of the Christian tradition, or the biblical tradition, probably is better, that the things that are done, that human beings do, even though there is a conception of work there is also leisure. They are walking in the cool of the day. They are enjoying things. And that may seem, again, a bit of a truism, but that's something that I think we threaten to lose in this world. And I think moreover, even we see in narratives of the incarnation of Jesus of Nazareth, I think we see it in the eschaton, the last things, that human beings, I would argue, are most fully themselves when there is an aspect of simple relationship. And that is a relationship that is not productive of things. That is, it is intrinsically good in and of itself. And this is why so many metaphors of the end thing, of the last things, is one of enjoyment, of contentment, of satisfaction. That is, it is not a relentless pursuit of goods that we would typically secure in this world through work.